Welcome back to the Hape Motivation Podcast. If you're listening to this on a Sunday, especially this Sunday, you're exactly where you need to be. Because Sundays already feel like a reset day, and today just happens to come with some football, some food, I don't know, and a little extra noise. So today's episode isn't about pressure, it's not about goal, and it's definitely not trying to fix your whole life before the week starts. This episode is going to be really short. It's just a reset. This is just a reset, a real one. And we're going to keep it light because stressing about the week before it even begins, that's unnecessary energy. So Sundays already have a certain vibe because it starts calm. We wake up thinking, okay, I'm going to relax today. And then somewhere around midday, our brain starts acting funny because we start thinking about emails, meetings, things we meant to do last week and we didn't. And on top of that, it's Super Bowl Sunday. So you're probably in your mind, like, where am I watching the game? What am I eating? We know who's playing. Probably thinking about the halftime show. I don't know how many of y'all are, and that quiet voice already reminding us in the back of our head that Monday is coming. So that's a lot. That's a lot for one day. So before the game even starts, let's reset. And before we talk about the week ahead, you know what we got to do? We got to let go of last week. We got to let last week go. Because some of us still carrying last week like it's something we could change. Those missed goals, those unfinished tasks, those moments in your head you keep replaying. Listen, last week doesn't get a vote on this one. What didn't happen doesn't cancel what still can. So don't need a dramatic restart. We don't need a long speech. We just need to release it. Last week is over. The season ended. New game. So let's talk about the Super Bowl for a second. So first question, did your team even make it? And don't ask me because as an Atlanta Falcons fan, yeah. We're watching it from the couch. So no commentary needed there. But, you know, some people are watching the game for the game. Some people watching it for the commercials. And some people are strictly for the halftime show. In the halftime show, I don't know. It's always interesting because, especially when you're like with a group, because half of the room is going to become music critics. Everybody's going to have an opinion. And someone will always say, this was better than last year. Or this doesn't compare to last year. Or we compare them to the classics, which you can't compare them to the classics. But at this point, I think the Super Bowl is less about the football for some people. And it's just all about the experience. And honestly, you know, that's probably kind of the point, especially for people who have Super Bowl parties and all of that. Most of those people aren't watching the football. And of course, you know, you got the food. So how many of y'all are actually having like a Super Bowl gathering or preparing some food? Like wings or some pizza or, you know, something going on in the crock pot. But then, you know, tomorrow balance it will return. But today it's all about the enjoyment. And that's part of the reset too, because like life is about balance, not punishment. Now, here's the part that really matters. Because this week doesn't need, I don't know, a perfect routine. Doesn't need that, this is my comeback week speech. Or, you know, this week just needs you to show up. And, you know, some weeks are high energy weeks, but other weeks, I don't know, they're different. Like some weeks are protect your peace week. Some weeks are, hey, like just steady progress weeks. Some weeks may be, no, don't quit on yourself weeks. And every one of those weeks count. But if your goal this week is simply to stay consistent, that's a win. That's my goal this week. I want to remain consistent. So let's also acknowledge how tough Sunday nights can get. Because you know how like, and we probably make it more dramatic sometimes than it has to be, but I know for me, I've done this, but it's like one calendar reminder pops up and suddenly you're like, oh my God, why is my life like this? Or a meeting gets added and now it's like, oh my God, I need a vacation. Let's relax. Let's relax. Because we're not going to spiral tonight. We're not going to allow that to cause us to spiral tonight, if that does happen. Because we don't need to solve the entire week before halftime ends. This week will happen one day at a time. We don't have to play the whole game right now. So instead of setting a long list of goals, let's try something different. Let's try this instead. Let's ask ourselves, what kind of energy do I want this week? Do I want calm energy? Do I want focused energy? Do I want light energy? I don't know. Pick one. There's more choices than those three, but because the energy you carry will shape how the week feels more than your to-do list ever will. And if things get loud midweek, can always reset again. So I also want to remind you of this. You're allowed to enjoy your week. While you're working, while you're busy, while you're figuring things out. Joy doesn't have to wait till Friday. I know we always look forward to the weekend, but we need some joy during the week. And sometimes that joy can just look like laughing at something small, not taking everything serious or personally, finding opportunities to play a little music. You know, if you listen to my Saturday Vibes episode, like I love music. And so sometimes, like, you know, when I get a moment at work and I'm like in my office or I'm working on something, like I'll throw on some music in my room from my phone, and I mean in my office from my phone. And I don't know, it, you know what music does to me. So it changes my energy no matter what's going on. And then just allow and let a good moment just be a good moment, because all that matters. So let's pause for a second. Let's take a breath. Let's release the pressure to be perfect this week. Release the need to prove anything, and release the guilt about what didn't get done last week. Because we don't need a new life this week. Just need a fresh start, and we're getting that fresh start. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, okay, all right, I feel lighter. I feel better about the week. Good, because that was the point. Very short episode just to make a quick point, but also just let you know, like, go enjoy the game, enjoy whatever food you're going to have, enjoy whatever moment that you're going to be in, whether you're solo or you're having a party or you're going somewhere to watch it. Like, enjoy those moments, enjoy that moment, because you know what? Monday will come and we'll be ready. We'll be ready. And if you're a Falcon fan like me, or any other football team fan that didn't make it to the Super Bowl, there's always next season. But you know what? Like, thanks for spending this time with me on the Hape Motivation Podcast. Take this reset with you. Laugh a little more, stress a little less. You've already pressed reset. Talk to you soon.